Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're talking bodies, bodies, bodies. Directed by Helena Rain. Again, I can't pronounce names. I just hope that's fine and perfect, whatever. It's starring Lee Pace, Rachel Sennett, that funny comedian that was banging Kim Kardashian. Yes, him. He's actually not a bad actor, to be honest, but okay. He's okay. So bodies, bodies, bodies. I didn't really like this film. I had a good premise. It's basically Scream trapped in a house with lots of Gen Z dickheads. That's not to say the actors didn't perform well, because they did. Because you will despise every single one of these motherfuckers in this film. Like, I'm not even joking. Rachel Sennett is really, really good in it. I really enjoyed Rachel Sennett's over-the-top, ditzy, kind of stoner girl performance. She was pretty cool in it. Kind of despised every other character. Lee Pace's character was quite interesting, let's say. That scene in the kind of the, I don't know what kind of fucking room that was. Some big red room, let's call it. Let's get to a group of 20-something-year-olds, except Lee Pace, who's definitely in his fucking 40s, of rich, snobbery, pretentious little wankers, all stay in a house when a storm hits, and they are all having a party of doing cocaine and taking lots of TikToks. The film almost lost me at the TikToks, guys. I swear to fucking Jesus. It's basically like Twitter in a movie, except this movie was already kind of done 2 years ago with The Hunt, when all the people are getting hunted by the rich in the middle of that field, like the Hunger Games one. That was decent. This is, I want to say, okay. Bodies is okay. Maybe because I didn't like the characters and the story is a bit Scream in a house. The ending is pretty good, though. The twist ending is pretty good. And the performance is pretty good. For me to hate every character, the performances have to be good. So the characters are really well written, to be honest. Pete Davidson, he plays a rich little prick really well. I'm just hoping none of these people are like this in real life. Otherwise, it's shit acting, and then they're just like this in real life. But I'm going to give them all the benefit of the doubt and say, no, they were actually all quite good. Every single one of them played the pretentious rich fuck really well. Some of the dialogue is quite witty. It's written quite well, to be honest, in terms of the quick witty dialogue and the references to a lot of kind of like tweets you'll see. Pete Davidson has a good moment where, you're gaslighting me, and he's like, well, use a fucking a real word you made up in your own head. You didn't see some other cunt post on Twitter. I really like that line. And as I said, Rachel Sennett is more than quite good. She's actually really good in it. I like Lee Pace in it as well. They're probably the two characters that kind of really stood out to me, even though they weren't nice people. I haven't even got into the plot yet. So the plot is basically, as I said, these 20-something-year-olds, except Lee Pace. Pete Davidson's not in his 20s, is he? I don't know. And maybe they're all not in their 20s. And they're all in this house, and there's a storm. The game is they turn off the lights and someone plays the killer. If they touch them, the person's to go on the ground and pretend to be dead. And then they all scream out, bodies, bodies, bodies. And you can guess what the fuck is going to happen. Someone starts killing them for real. And that's all I'll say about the plot, because the ending's quite good. And it gives a different twist to it. But as I said, it's okay. Again, 2.5, maybe 3 stars, I'm unsure. Witty dialogue, some good performances, music is quite mixed in well with it. When you're shooting in one location, you're kind of stuck what you can or cannot do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think this falls in between the middle of either working or not working in terms of just the one location. It's interesting, is what I'd say. It's interesting with some good performances, but you will fucking despise every single one of them, and I despised every single one of them, and that probably is why I don't think it's a great movie. But yes, please like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next fucking episode.